What up, party people? JustWall here, again for another random react. This time I'm going to find out if I have OCD, because I'm curious. My wife says that I do, and I always say that she does, but it's different for different things. So I'm just curious what questions this nice gentleman will ask. See if I have this or don't, or maybe this video is just a stupid thing to watch, but I don't care. I'm gonna find out. So let's find out if I have OCD, huh? Probably find out what OCD is also, considering it's a YouTube video.
Hello, I'm Charlie and welcome to Authentic Mental Health.
What up, Charlie?
A channel that offers advice and friendly support within our like-minded community. Today's video is coming up right after this. Before we get started with today's video, I want to quickly mention that Authentic Mental Health is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp provides affordable counselling right from your home. If you're looking to seek help or talk to a counsellor about your anxiety, depression, or any other mental illness, I would personally recommend BetterHelp. I use them myself on a daily basis for my anxiety and depression, and if you want to get started, the link is in the description box down below. I would highly recommend using them. Obsessive compulsive disorder, also known as OCD, is a mental health disorder that can affect anyone regardless of age or gender. OCD occurs when a person gets caught in cycles of obsessions and compulsions. Obsessions are unwanted images, urges, or intrusive thoughts that trigger distressing feelings. Compulsions are behaviors or acts someone with OCD engages in to try and get rid of the obsessions and reduce the distressing feelings. We're now going to take a very quick and short OCD test now to see if you are likely or unlikely to have OCD.
What do you guys think?
5 questions.
I'm going to have it.
You are going to answer either yes or no. And at the end of the test, we will reveal what your scores mean. Please.
Okay, I better fucking get a piece of paper so I can write this down. Because I'm going to say yes and no, but I'm not going to remember what my answer is. So let's do it.
Please never self-diagnose yourself from this test or any other online test, quiz, or...
Why is this online then? If there's an OCD test and I'm not supposed to diagnose myself from this, what's the point of this? Anyways, moving on. I understand.
Questionnaire that you do. Tests like these are just designed to see if you're likely or unlikely to be suffering from whatever the test is based on. In this instance,
then go see a doctor. Go see a doctor.
Test, if it comes back that you're likely to be suffering from OCD, we'll go over some options available for you if you are worried. The very first question is, do you have thoughts, images, or things you worry about over and over again? Question.
I mean, I guess my real question here is like outside of normal life, like money and bills I think about over and over again, because like who doesn't? But I don't think that I have thoughts that are just like over and over and over playing in my head. If anything, I always have new thoughts.
Question 2. Do you have unwanted thoughts and have trouble or can't get rid of them? Question.
Do I have unwanted thoughts or have trouble and can't get rid of them? I'm going to say no. I really don't have unwanted thoughts that I can't get rid of. If anything, I just take a huge bong hit and don't remember fucking shit from the last 30 minutes.
3. Do you feel the need to organize things in a certain or specific way? Question.
See, now this is like classic OCD, right? This is what people think OCD is, organizing things in a certain way. I would say no. My desk is trashed right now, and I don't need things in a specific way. Sometimes on a computer, I work on a computer. Sometimes I want that stuff in a specific way, but that's just so it's like organization for files. So I don't feel like I obsess or compulse over the way things are set up.
Question 4. Do you worry you will lose control and say or do something that will hurt someone? Question.
No, I have great control of my voice and my words. And if I say something that hurts somebody, I apologize, but I said it on purpose. And I do not fear if it's going to hurt somebody. I just say things. Man, I'm getting no's down the board here.
5. Do you constantly check switches to make sure they are turned off, such as lights, locks, the cooker, etc.? Let's now find out.
I actually don't. I do not check light switches. I do not sure. So sometimes I'll leave the house and be like, "Did I lock the door?" Like I just have a bad short-term memory. But I don't feel like I'm not checking switches or looking at things to see if I have turned them on or off. Yeah, no, it's not me.
Out what your scores mean. If you answered yes to 2 or less of these questions, it's unlikely that you have OCD. If you answered yes to 3 or more to these 5 questions, it's likely that you do have OCD. If you are now worried and you scored more than 3 on this OCD test, I would recommend you making an appointment with your local doctor, hospital, mental health professional, depending what country you are in, and tell them that you have done an online OCD test and it came back that you are likely to have OCD. Explain to them what's going on in your life, how you are feeling, and they will be able to diagnose you and get you the right help that you need.
So basically, if you think you're OCD, go talk to a doctor. If you scored on this test a bunch of those, you possibly might have it, but that doesn't mean that you do have it. I scored all no's, so I didn't even get a yes. So I must not be OCD.
There's a link in the description box down below to the world's biggest online counselling and therapy website. They can diagnose you and help you with your mental health problems. You can talk to someone from the comfort of your own home. Everything is done online, so it's easier for you. Some of you may not want to talk to someone face to face, so if that sounds of interest and helpful to you, the link is in the description box down below. I now want to hear from you guys and girls in the comments section. What did you score on this OCD test? Have you ever been diagnosed with OCD before? If you have, let me know about your OCD in the comments section down below.
Yeah, interesting video. I don't find it to be in-depth enough to probably tell me for sure. I mean, it's just had 5 questions and they were pretty generic. But the thing that my wife bugs me about having OCD on is cleanliness of my hands. So like when I go take a shit, I wash my hands, and then if I go out and take the garbage out right after that, and then I wash my hands again, and then before I prepare food, I wash my hands. And I don't like door handles. I find them dirty. So I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, but I don't know if that makes me obsessive compulsive. I do have hand sanitizer everywhere. If people don't know that about me, I'm always kind of a hand sanitizer guy. But I also just don't enjoy being really sick. And I get sick a lot, but it's probably because I don't allow myself to get sick, and I understand these things. But he didn't ask anything about hand washing or cleanliness. I do know that that is a symptom of OCD, but couldn't tell you if that makes me OCD or not per this video. But anyways, I guess that's an OCD test online. Interesting. I'm curious what you guys scored, if you kept along, and see if any of those see if you answered yes to any of those questions, and see if I got any OCD viewers. Alright, hey, well, thanks for joining. Once again, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz helps the channel grow, and we'll see you next time. Peace.